ladies and gentlemen. This is I, Milkman Deluxe, and I have a new game that I want to play. It's one that I saw back in, I think, April, played by Melanax, I believe it was. And I've wanted to play it since then. I just haven't had the time, had, a whole list of backlog games to play, and that's kind of the issue. There's a whole list of backlog games that I want to play, but don't get the chance to. That's just the way that it is sometimes. We're just going to go ahead and jump into the opening screen, and everything seems to be working well. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. So it's going to be syncing up with my eyes. Every time I blink, the screen will blink. Yes, go ahead. It's weird that you're asking me that question now. So, oh, you get to see me just for a second. Yes. Yes. Hi. Hi. Alright, it does. Can we... It does. We're good. Can we get into the game? Can we get into the game now? Huh? It blinks. Move! Come on! I don't like that my big head is currently on the screen at the moment. Hi! Okay. Forcing me to calibrate this thing. Alright. How will... Oh, yeah, you got them all. You got them all. If the game stops to take blink, press spacebar at any time to recalibrate. Alright. I did not expect it to go this way. So obviously I'm going to be going back and forth between kind of the game and everything else. This is a game about blinking. Every time you blink, the game will notice. Okay, I had to blink just then to get it to change. Alright, so I'll blink again. See how this works? Alright, got it. Thankfully I can move my head around, but I have to kind of get up close and then try blinking on the white symbol. What white symbol? I don't see I see a white dot. I'm blinking. We're just gonna oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Hi. We're gonna return to the game, because... Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to look around with the mouse. Oh, and I can look at the screen, and it still registers my blink, so I gotta be careful. When you see a metronome, and you jump forward, keep blinking. All right, so this is interesting. Oh, we drowning? Oh, we're sinking. We're not. Yeah, we're drowning. Okay. So what's next for us?
Get away, you lucky fowls. That's mine.
Hey, get away from my fish.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
I turn it down just slightly.
I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with.
So I am a fish.
So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you, if that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well, look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them.
Mm-hmm.
I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch.
Are you the river ferryman?
Notion? Better word
Is that what you are? You the river ferryman?
A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up.
Okay.
Now you see that tower out there?
No.
Big scary one?
Oh,
That's where
that
I'm
one.
taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged.
Oh.
I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from prow to stir. Now, if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city.
Okay, so this is a big picture of the Judgment Day.
Well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you... Well... we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers.
Oh, is this...
I got some words for you.
This is the people who These are the people who apparently, weren't, judged all that well. By the looks of things.
Sorry you had to hear that.
I'm assuming. You got fish right there, buddy.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in.
Okay.
Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand,
Uh-huh.
no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright?
Gotcha.
Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works.
Okay.
Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time
Probably
you
not.
blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing to remember about blinking is, well, it's only a matter of time.
Let's see how long I can hold this. Staring contest.
I'm touched you enjoy my company. I really am. But I'll have to ask you to have some respect for the process here.
Oh!
And just try to enjoy it this time.
Ah. All right.
Look at that sun.
Ooh.
We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us.
Gorgeous.
Why are you smiling like that?
I don't
You
know.
must really like it out here, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, I get that. I like it too.
Is that all we got here? I feel like I'm a baby at this point. Ooh. I love everything about this so far. The graphics, just the visual details. Hi.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Yeah, sure. Are you my mommy? Oh.
You see that big spiky plant over there?
Yes.
Right over there.
Oh.
Don't you see it?
Yes.
That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree, covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
Oh, wow.
Day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
Did you leave a baby out in the
Where's
sun?
the first page of my piece.
Or nor?
I can't find it anywhere.
Or nor?
kid. Look at that. There's your little
She did leave a baby out in the...
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. That will really be something. To see how he grows? Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic.
Is it now?
What was that?
I turned away. I didn't blink.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Maybe.
Time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough.
Yay.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
It kind of reminds me of like when my daughter asks, well, what do you like about this drawing? I know what I like,
Thinking about.
but I don't necessarily know about
I don't know.
what to compliment, other than the fact that I really think she did a good job. I'm not really an artist. My mother is better at describing that sort of thing than I am, but...
Do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean,
Icky
he's pretty
tugboat.
smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be necessarily.
You're right.
Take out the, yeah! Take them all out. Toot toot. Oh no, we're gonna
No.
crash into the house! Oh!
Whether he's smart or not. As long as he's happy.
Oh, yeah, I mean, of course. But I still think he's going to be smart. I can just.
No,
Ooh.
it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you can tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you?
Right.
Drawing a star?
No,
A boat.
I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand.
Yeah! Perfect!
Thank you.
Is your
for
boat?
my piece, John. It really means a lot.
Is your boat?
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
Is your boat? No, I don't want to throw it.
You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exact.
Ah! I didn't mean to blink!
See? That used to be my piano.
Ooh.
My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call
Don't
the strong side.
blink.
Can you believe I grew up in the snow?
You can't really look away.
Beat.
Ah!
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached.
I have a...
Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Oh no, he's so
What's wrong with
cute!
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him. But while he's here, I say we call him Ernie.
I love
Fits
him,
him, doesn't it?
even though I am allergic.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat.
Yeah, I just mean for now, of course we're not gonna keep it.
Right. I believe that. I know where the...
For
I
now, honey.
will not blink.
But another thing I'll just say quickly. You build up a resistance to allergies over time.
Yes.
So what you're allergic to now, like that's why an allergy shot to give you what you're allergic
Yes.
to. So he's like a human allergy shot full of love with one eye.
Exactly. Oh, exactly.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? Do you remember how to play that one? Very good.
No, I don't remember how to
One
play.
little different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
Yeah. I'm sorry you're allergic to the cat, but I love the cat. It's so
Sounds like me
cute.
and your little friend on your piano there.
All right. I want to hold just for a moment because I can't blink. The moment I blink, I just want to see if there's anything that happens, because if I blink, it skips ahead. Must hold gaze. I shall stare at the cat's snoot. There we go. Focus on the snoot. She kind of messed up on the piano just then. All right, we'll blink now. There we go. All right, here.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes.
Oh, that's kind of...
which I very quickly lost.
I wonder what the age difference is. That's kind of...
God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful.
All right. Focus on this and then blink.
Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Greece? Or... I'd go to Greece, probably.
Well, just remember to put on sunscreen. Man, I gave you some unfortunate cheeks.
Ah! I blinked. Ooh, we're gonna play the big piano. What's the big piano look like?
Wait, is that... That's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure. But, you know, anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very good.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
Hey, yo, kitty.
Oh, God, I have my interview in 5 minutes, and I completely forgot to feed him.
The baby or the cat?
Don't worry, I already did.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview,
I
honey.
hate kitty.
I got this.
Oh, he's so cute. I draw kitty, I play piano, I play with kitty, I do it all.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in.
Ooh.
What could possibly
My
happen
Ernie
if
art
I
is
was
getting
to
better.
around tomorrow morning? We are
Oh. Ernie. Ernie. You know better than that. You go outside.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess
I
that's
think
true.
Ernie is getting much older.
Yeah.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
Oh, spaghetti, and the art is getting better. I mean, we're making progress. And we have an actual
This is called a
metronome.
metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit.
Okay.
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age,
Mm-hmm.
the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius,
Yes.
which might live on after you're gone.
Uh-huh.
So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was.
Oh, no.
He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well.
Oh,
No such luck for me.
poor
I haven't
child.
seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
I wonder how he'll treat you if his view is that only if you create a work of genius will... Alright, is there anything of interest here? Or is just the phone ringing? Okay, so we're going back to sleep, apparently. Can't see anything.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay? Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
Okay, apparently I just did it poorly.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that.
Am I about to ride a bike?
Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal.
You flash
Sorry,
banged the
buddy.
cat!
Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
Huh. Alright.
Ernie, buddy.
Ernie!
Oh, no.
Ernie, we need you!
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
Geniuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, can it get... So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
Or
Are you
nor.
sure about that?
Thought I was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on...
Pee-hole distance.
Say that one more time, sweetie.
Pee-hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something, then it's one or the other.
And what was Ernie's?
I couldn't really tell.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more.
Sorry, I didn't realize you hated cats.
For a professor of signs and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
We got some free cats to give away if anybody wants some.
That's really witty.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong with that?
Thank you.
No, are you kidding? I love it. Were you able to pick up the new book?
You know, that's one of the things that kind of upset me when I was little, is like, just the stifling of creativity that occurred. Like, I remember they had us drawing, these scarecrows, and coloring them. And mine was like this multicolored scarecrow with like pink and purple and things of that nature in it. And they were like, no, pumpkins, you know, a pumpkin head is supposed to be orange. I'm like, it's whatever color I want it to be because I'm drawing. What are we waiting for here? Ah.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex, but just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Of course. Focus hard. All right.
Okay. 2 brackets on each.
Morning, Claire. How are you?
2 screws on each bracket.
I have to be careful of how I look
Washers on each
because this
screw.
game literally is focusing on my face. Like, I move around with the mouse, but you see like this when I blink.
None. Where the hell are the washers?
So it's literally focused on how I'm...
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
I mean, technically he's right.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
I mean, technically it's not wrong. How are you today, Claire? By the way, when the metronome comes up and I blink, we skip ahead in time. So we're watching as our character grows up. Our character's dead, by the way. And essentially this is a replay of their life as they are heading towards their final judgment. So I'm like, let's see how this game goes.
Getting rid of it.
I've seen someone play it before and I really liked it, so I wanted to give it a try. Again, how are you today? All right, taking a drink of water did that.
Isn't my house.
Good, how are you? I am...
Not my house. My house. Not.
I'm going to be hearing that phrase soon enough. I'm well. I decided I wanted to play something different. Because I had plans to do something completely different from what I've got now. And just made the decision to, hey, I'm going to do this. I wanted to do this for a while. And I figured it would, you know, it would be different at the least.
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
I have the feeling we're going to...
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
This is going to be our girlfriend. Hi.
Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, this doesn't have a W... Oh, it does have... Okay, it doesn't have a WASD feature, but it moves forward anyway. So I've got to be careful looking... Because the way I have the screen set up, I can't really look away
Why are
from
you
the
always out here taking
screen.
photos?
Because if I
You
even
know,
look
if you
up and
really
then look
wanna take
down, if it
photos
thinks I
of the
blinked,
school,
it'll skip
You
ahead.
should take a photo of this.
I tried!
Oh shoot. I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house.
Okay.
I'm pretty-
No! I blinked!
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
Come on, focus. Ah! Ah!
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize
Come on.
our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
That's yeah.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what.
All right. We did a blink.
Class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac.
I saw that you were playing Marvel Rivals earlier. I've got that installed on my PS5. I just haven't wanted to actually play it yet. I don't know. I get. Oh.
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
Dear neighbor, we are in the same class. What a coincidence. Please keep in mind that while we're at school, we don't know each other. We do not talk to me ever.
I want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
The funny thing is, I say this phrase a lot when I teach Bible class, and I am scared of how often I see that coming to pass regardless.
Okay.
Ah.
We'll go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
Good job.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. Come on, dude. Help me out.
Come on, Chloe.
So, those who do not remember the past, repeat the past.
It's
That's
close
right,
enough.
Right?
Indeed it is.
Ah, blinked.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for
Super Nintendo. What does that game say? Conksters? That looks like Conksters. And of course there's a conch right there, so that makes sense. That would be Conksters.
The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
We do this and let's take the game out. A new contestant has approached. At long last, your favorite Conksters are ready for battle for the playscape. Join Marcy and her four sad brothers as they search for their lost mother, the legendary Queen Conch. Entrap gooey monsters with Dr. Ebb's patented seashells and coerce them into spectacular battles. Barnacles. Alright, I like that one. I like that one. Barnacles or Barnacles. I like that a lot. Shrump, not as good. Lobstar, again, not as good. Clam Dunk. Wow. And then Amigo. Alright, we got 3 really good ones here, and 2 of them that are just kind of for me. And then we... Anything else I can do in here, real quick, before I have to blink? Alright. I had played some DBD recently, and it was so sad. I got tunneled 2 games, and I haven't touched it since. I'm like, yeah, you know, this is why I don't like the game.
I don't know what I do.
We're
without
working on
it.
fixing tunneling where it doesn't happen. You're doing a bad job with it.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you?
Yes.
That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up.
The
shut up.
tickle stick.
I really want this one. Maybe I'll use tickle stick.
Yes, tickle stick is the best. Alright, we're drawing the lobstar. Ooh. That's pretty cool.
Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though.
Glitch on Gideon where a mic or ghost can stalk through the... Oh, jeez.
Backyard. Why did you draw me? You're not good enough.
That's...
You look so ugly.
I'm sorry, that's good, thank you. That's a good cartoon approach to you. And your big head. Why am I not surprised that there's glitches in, like, Gideon? Or some level. Hold on real quick. Let me do something. Alright, I will call that back shortly.
It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something.
Ooh.
I've had so much trouble making friends at Playco. I want you at a place where people really get you.
So, my mom is trying to take me to a music school in the hopes that being taught art, well, at least they can't attack through
So
the
what do you
wall.
think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
What sort of environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of.
Okay.
So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did...
Sorry. Alright, what's this one? Bach!
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no
Okay.
pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
Okay. I have to pick moments when I can, like, look and take a drink.
I wish I
'cause I
had
don't
the
wanna
option of
accidentally
going to school
blink.
like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Uh-huh. I'm not crumpling this. That's mean to our mother. I'm not going to do that. Ooh, windmills. Alright, what we got now? Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Well, thank you. That's no pressure. Whoop.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice. Oh my God. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Yes, I am in this instance going to answer.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Thank you, Dad.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining
I didn't-
whether it was worthy
I
of
accidentally
entering
blinked.
into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy?
Dead by Daylight, like, they
Well,
asked, well,
you
what
can
are
see
your
that
thoughts
ugly
about
furball under the scale? That
Dead by Daylight right now? And, like, what are your thoughts?
Over here.
the head of a
Yeah.
crocodile,
That's.
fur of a lion,
Look at
see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour
I don't get.
any of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with your...
My thoughts are I wish the game was better. Yeah, and that's...
So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic.
Ew,
scribbling
why
right
is he
now.
so scared looking?
Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Yeah, drawing the teacher pooping. You ever taken a poop like that where it's just tears in your eyes, you're shaking? Oh. Yeah, that was basically my wish. I was like, look, guys. The problem I have with Dead by Daylight is it has all the makings of being a really good game. But the problem is they're more focused on making money right now than actually fixing a lot of the issues that are in it.
Really good at something.
Oh.
I mean this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Ah!
No. Suppose you're right.
Oh, Ricky, please. Types like that.
But I said, you just got through releasing an extremely buggy bit of content with the recent DLC. And basically said, you have got to take the time to fix the code where problems like this disappear. Yeah, and they haven't tried to fix it since then, which is my problem. Waiting for that phone call.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
She is right about the fact that...
Tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Mom says you say.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize.
I mean, no.
Okay, so meet me out in the alley. You know, I'm really glad you're here.
Ooh.
There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Kongsters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game.
That's why you called me out here?
I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it.
Yes, that's important.
Like, my favorite vegetable is a tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most. Which was also something I wanted to talk to you about.
Uh-huh.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom,
I didn't blink!
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you?
Maybe that's why I struggle. I don't
It's okay,
sleep.
you still
That's
got
that's
this.
part of my problem.
And all the practice had to count for
I
something.
didn't blink just then,
Just
though.
try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. I'm going to be there soon.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
There's just two people in this room. Who's excited to hear me? You and my mom? Alright, let's just get this over with. We're gonna file this up. Ah! I'm about to pass out, aren't I? Ah!
Oh, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay?
Mama's gonna be angry with us.
Maybe I pushed you too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I turned into my own father.
Yes.
I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
Sadly, there's truth to that. I didn't blink!
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
Can I hold my blink for 5 minutes? Probably not, because my eyes would start bleeding by that point. But is there something of interest in this room? Ooh. Anything of interest? Alright, fine.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a while means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer?
So what's wrong with my physical health? Why is your phone blowing up? Oh, we're in an ad. Well, did I sneak out to the beach?
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
I'm sick. Then again, as an adult, I have to focus and do things that are important during that period of time. Things to give away. Yeah! What am I going to do with this? Yay! Yeah! That's pretty good. I mean, it's good 2D. I mean, not really 3D, but it's good 2D.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B! You hear me?
What's he doing?
He's gone. He's becoming completely upset.
I haven't decided yet. No. You mean young Vincent?
Okay. I rubbed my nose in it, acted like I blinked.
Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
And again, I rubbed my nose and it was like, you blinked. Mm. Alright, I like that. That's extremely clever. That, you know, being how you get into art school.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
Let's see.
So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies!
I like that. I like that. I think this is art. Good art. Well, that's just awkward. Okay, I'll do this.
How very wacky and fun these are.
we're just gonna censor that. I think I actually just made this worse.
It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
Dropkick you in the face. Alright.
There you go, Mr. Brin. Feel each shape.
Ah, yes, this guy is one of those.
You fiend.
I hate everything about this.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Brin has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
You're one of those guys, and that very much upsets me.
I pray you have a stronghold on yourself, Mr. Brin. For I fear, with talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
Oh, joy of joys.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
I feel like when people are doing art reviews like this, they're basically saying things just to sound smart. Like, the sincere ironic, you know, it just, why?
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed
I
to
like
feel
that.
like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making
I like that one.
isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Right there. Ah!
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul. I've got a good feeling about you. We're going to make a lot of money together, aren't we?
I hope so.
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
Let's not go that route, Mom. Let's not go anything self-depreciating. Okay? Just saying.
Ooh, that's good.
I took a sip at the right time.
Now that you've made it, tell me, what are you going to do with it? Besides buying me fancy dinners like this every week, obviously. I can get used to this. Oh, this looks delicious.
It's just
I'm
bread.
having a salad and an appetizer, and I'm already stealing the bread.
Let's see. Go with this first.
Stop. Is that a...
Oh my god. I think it is.
Four places.
Okay, that's it.
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all. But Ben, I've had an idea. You know, the critics are fickle.
Okay.
How about if you go back to your roots? Paint something meaningful, personal,
Not just a cluster of
close to
shapes.
your heart.
Oh.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Ben,
My mom has cancer.
All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're just gonna get back to work, okay?
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person I believe is the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about.
I am so glad I haven't got the camera
Benny?
function turned on this thing. Like, you can have the camera show at the bottom right hand. There are tears in my eyes at the moment. And I scratched my nose in it.
Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look, you know I talk to big, important people. People who could change your life every day. What the hell am I supposed to say? What do you want me to say? That I haven't heard from my star client in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous. You've got to get it together. Love you lots. Mwah. Hey. Benny. Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. Then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter.
I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did.
She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son?
If you'll pardon the silence, I am literally just feeling sad at the moment. Like, literally, I've got tears in my eyes. It's just one of those games. You know?
It's unbelievable, Benny.
I didn't mean to skip this. Inspired by the musical composition of his late mother, the composer Ellie Stevens.
Is that really you?
Relatively
it's
unknown in her life, Bryn
Your
lifted
neighbor.
his mother's work out of obscurity with the
God, I
creation
can't
of this
believe
piece.
This. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to? God, you were such a little jerk back then. I kept that drawing, you know? Oh my god, I bet it's worth quite a bit of money now. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this?
It's raining and storming
Maybe we could
outside
get a
at the
drink or
moment, so we're
something?
just gonna see how this goes. It doesn't help that I've got tears going down my eyes at the or down my face at the moment.
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
But
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up.
I'm getting a lot of Beetlejuice vibes from this guy. Just the way that he's acting.
I mean, sure, I've had
Even the
scientists,
voice.
a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out, the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
I would say I was kind of a lonely kid.
His childhood was a lonely one. Growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated
I don't know if you're really
seaside
helping me
town.
out any at the moment.
What'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
Oh, this one's easy.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
I would say that she was
Kinda
to an
like
extent demanding.
Champion or more like a taskmaster? Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
Vicariously living through her son.
How about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love?
I think this is going to go into the first love
Youngster.
territory.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball.
Now, hold on.
Staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day.
Now, you ain't got to say it like that. You ain't got to say it like that.
Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him.
No, she didn't.
She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician.
No!
But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. And he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumdolls! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
I'd assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again.
Did I lie?
I'm feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Oh.
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that?
Who, me?
Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
What am I in for?
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid
Okay,
eyes
so why are we getting this now?
But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Alright, so we're starting all over again from the beginning.
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, I might be a work of genius just as I was.
I get all this. We need to move. This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
Boy. Not blinking. In fact, I'm covering my eyes at the moment, so, I can still hear and see, but it won't register the blink.
Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Her father died.
Oh.
I see. She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
One eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need... Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Okay. What's that? Alright, enjoy it. Please don't tell me that the cat is just getting devoured by a dog. Oh.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Yeah, just stay here.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So,
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking.
Dude, calm down. Okay, right here.
Focus in. Make sure you stay engaged.
Try to speak a little softer. I really don't want to hear us talking like this.
Blocking so I can actually blink, and then that disappears, and I'm good.
What's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get?
Yeah.
Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
Oh!
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear.
I'm loving everything about this so far.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense.
It makes sense.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
I think Benny has cancer? And he may not have been able to live a very long life.
You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
No options?
Can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. I thought it was great. Hey, look at this.
This is a very emotional
Childhood
game.
was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay?
Um...
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
Hello, what's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna wait for you, okay? I'm going to hold your hand and feel that. That's me.
Why isn't it blinking? Okay. Yeah, evenly lit. Alright. Maybe it's forcing me to kind of sit through this, is all I can guess. Okay.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so
Morphine!
much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Okay, now what? Oh.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard.
I better close my eyes for this
I know
one.
Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
It's doing less to help with the pain now.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually ridiculous. I don't know if you're embarrassed about our night at the beach together, so you're avoiding me, or what, but I just wanted to...
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she was having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano. Just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
It's your kitty cat.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
I'm getting her a sashimi plate. What? She more than deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right. She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this cramp on my chest.
I know.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the Gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think. There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brin. Benjamin Brin was born into an ordinary home.
To an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him.
But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story.
A story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had.
How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise.
How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again.
And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope.
How he reminded them of exactly who they were after they had all
forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Why is he
Go on.
smiling like that?
He must be somewhere that he likes.
This is not necessarily what I thought it would be. I mean, I remember I saw it, but for some reason it never really kind of clicked in the way that it did.
I wanna be somebody.
Oh.
Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody,
Like I said, this is just
you're gonna feel
necessarily what I thought it'd be, and I don't know how to, you know, I don't really know what to say at the moment, other than the fact that, you know, it's, oops, it kind of is what it is, and it's hitting me hard at the moment, because I didn't expect it to kind of go this route. But I'm glad I played it. I know I was silent through most of this. A lot of times when a game hits my emotions, I do that. I didn't expect, though, to have, like, tears in my eyes through, like, most of the, Let's Play, I guess, or the stream. But right now I'm sitting with tears in my eyes. It's not a bad thing, though. It's healthy to allow things like that to happen. I'm going to turn the music down just a bit. Because I've got a fear that I'm going to get hit with a copyright strike or something for this. I actually did drop frames for a moment. I hate that. It might have been when I did this. But I would definitely, if you've never played this game before, I'd recommend it. I kind of want to try out more Skybound and Goodbye World games. Skybound and Goodbye World games. Yeah, I think I just said that a second ago. Just based on this, there's another game that Skybound has coming out. And I think it's like Goodbye Universe or something like that. Or Goodbye... Yeah, I think it's Goodbye Universe. That I've got on my wish list. That it's not out yet, but I'm wanting to see what they do with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition this over. Is there a way I can... Ooh, no. You can't see that now. Return to game. I don't think there's a way I can skip this, and I kind of want to go to the end of the credits. But I'll sit here and kind of go from there with it. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to continue streaming after this. And when I do this, I'll probably cut this ending part off. It's one of those, I don't want to say it is what it is type deals. It's a lot. I just don't expect, I guess, sometimes to play a game and to, you know, I think it's a good, it's a good game when you feel something. And I'm serious when I say that. I think it's a good game when you feel something, and this made me feel a lot of things. And that's kind of where I am at the moment, is I'm definitely feeling a lot of things after this. Alright, we're at the end of the credits. Alright, and again, the question is, do I want to stream something else, or do I want to call it here? Because I feel like if I were to play, like, any type of game after doing this, that I would probably end up, I'm trying to think of how to word it, and I can't think of a good way to do it. It is called Goodnight Universe. I think I'm going to call it here, simply because of the fact that I don't know. I just don't think I could play anything else for the moment, because I don't want to, like, I don't want to suddenly jump into this game where I'm doing, like, stupid things, or jump into a game where I'm, like, in the middle of a horror or something of that nature. And I certainly don't want to play another emotional game after this one. So I'm going to call it here, and hope you have a good day. Bye now.